making monsters. Anyway, I'm Warren. I've been working in special effects for movies for 35 years. Usually, one of the main things I do is solve weird materials problems, whether it's explosives, casting materials, or in a lot of instances, like down here on The Matrix, I had to make 8,000 litres of goo for the pods that Keanu Reeves woke up in down here for these things. And do it over and over again. They hold 1,500 litres each. Bob and his crew, my friend back in Sydney, spent 14 hours, I think, blending in, putting prosthetic appliances all over Keanu's body, on the back and front, to get these things blended in as they were embedded into it. So, the most patient human being in history to really tolerate the stuff we put him through. And then that's staying awake through the whole next day, and then, okay, and a tiny little 2-minute breather device, and boom, and put the membrane on, seal him into the pot, and dig his way out. Like, crazy stuff. But yeah, Lord of the Rings, similar thing. The birthing sacks at the ice, in the caverns below Isengard, where the Uruk-hai are born out of, and all the orcs are digging away in the mud trying to dig these guys out. Well, that was a long developmental process as well. In the end, Richard Taylor came around to my bench, just literally beyond where Peter Lyon is now, one day, and Richard is 6'4", and I handed him one of my squiggly little sacks, which made over a former about the size of a football, literally. And so he would stretch that over his entire body. And this last time he got up and disappeared off around the workshop, and I'd hear these calls, hero! As he would sort of walk up quietly to people and give them a great big sort of membrane hug. But it keeps us on our toes, and he still does that sort of thing because he's a big kid. And he still keeps that sort of like, well, just the fact that we do work for Willy Wonka and a big chocolate factory thing. But these guys all started, believe it or not, as tinfoil inside. As this guy, and even Krampus here, Halloween is for Christmas, so he'll be ready in a couple of weeks to celebrate Krampus Day. And I've pulled most of it out so I can stick lights inside. One between eyes here. But, and they're covered with a material they developed. It took them 2 years, called Paltire. This is the name down there. We want to Google it, or take a picture and Google it later. But this is a clay that this powder, you add water to it, pick it up, knead it like cookie dough, and it becomes like a really lovely smooth clay. This is boiling like 2 hours, so just keep it activated. But it sits all by itself, kilns or anything else. And a lot of people say, oh, you can make molds with it. This is, if you want to make direct one-offs of something that exists nowhere else, well, this will be the only one of its kind in the world. But the great thing is this clay will, once it's cured, will last, you have tested by the Australian government, for about 200 years outdoors. So you want to make things that will outlast your great-great-great-grandchildren and wake up these 10 things, as Richard says, for making cool stuff. These are our big 3M ones, but it's the same sort of low temperature glue as your little hobby ones, but has teeny. And do that, literally. And the great superpower of this stuff is this. That crushes down, and you can keep crushing. Now, if you imagine in 20 minutes you can make a great big ball, but by just adding, that same process. And so usually I'll have something this big. My wife Kim the other night came in and just did the same thing with this guy. In 25 minutes she had that.